when I was growing up as a kid, I was never allowed any video games or video game consoles. So I'm very bad at video games. I don't really understand them. I'm not very good at persistence. If I lose at a boss, say I'm playing a video game and I fight a boss and I lose because it's too difficult for me, and I keep losing like 5 times or so, I will just stop playing that video game. Or I'll look up a speed run and just use whatever glitchy cheat thing they do, because that's generally more fun than just like a boring guide of how to defeat a boss in a video game. When I don't remember which age, I don't know how, I must have been, hold on, I must have been younger than I think I was. I must have been very young, in fact, maybe like 6 or younger. I must have been around 6. Well, so when I was around 6, I went to dentists, and as a reward for going to the dentist and having some unpleasant dentistry done, my mother bought me a Game Boy Advance SP, a blue Game Boy Advance SP, and I believe it came with Pokemon Emerald, or she bought Pokemon Emerald as well, which was very kind of her. And I never finished Pokemon Emerald as a kid. I didn't have the mental capacity to really understand what was going on. I think I was too young, even for Pokemon. I went back and beat it later on an emulator, obviously, when I was older. But as a kid, I just got stuck at one point because I didn't really understand what was going on. I was just following the linear path, and when the story stopped being 100% linear, I wasn't sure where to go or what to do. I never really played any other games other than that. I played one other Game Boy game called SpongeBob and Friends Unite, which I also never beat because that game was just really, really hard. And also it used a password system of saving instead of like normal saves, which was odd. By the time the Game Boy Advance came out, like password systems were already kind of obsolete. So somehow I never, for some reason I never used those. So I kept getting game overs and having to start from the very beginning of the game. Maybe that's just how games work. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe that's just how it worked. Either way, I remember like finding it really hard to get past the first level. Like I don't think I ever got past like level 3 of that game, because level 3 was a boss fight themed around Danny Phantom. And so even if I managed to somehow get past the first 2 levels, level 3 was just too hard. But aside from those 2 games, I basically never played like real video games, like on a console, until much, much later, when I was, I don't know how old, must have been around 17, when I finally decided to buy, I built my own PC with money I'd saved up from my allowance. It was very bad. It was a really shitty PC. I don't remember what parts it had, but it was extremely low end. Couldn't even get 60 FPS in CS:GO, and that was like back then, before CS:GO had all these new maps that a more system intensive, so I couldn't get 60 FPS in CSGO, but I was playing a lot of CSGO. I also at one point was speedrunning Half-Life 1, which I also gave up on because I never completed a single speedrun of that game. Like, it was just too hard to memorize the entire thing. I mean, the speedrun, even when it's done expertly, is about 40 minutes long, which isn't that long for a speedrun, but as someone who's not very good at games at all, memorizing and then perfectly executing 40 minutes of precise bunny hops and movement and glitches and tricks and stuff was quite challenging. Never really played video games growing up. Never had a console. Sometimes I would go around to my friend's house and play Ratchet and Clank on his PlayStation, and I would be so bad that I would have to stop playing and just watch him, because it wasn't fun for anyone involved. It wasn't fun for me because I didn't know what I was doing, and it wasn't fun for him because he was just watching someone die over and over. I'm not talking die like as in at a boss or something. I'm talking like literally not able to walk in a straight line properly in the game, or just control the camera like a normal person. Then later on, Call of Duty was big, and I would often go around to my neighbour's house and watch him play Call of Duty, and sometimes I would play Call of Duty at my neighbour's house, and I was never good, but I slowly improved slightly, and that was when I thought that maybe I could be good at video games, but I'm not very good at video games. If I had grown up with a console like everyone else my age, perhaps a whole new avenue of social activity would have been opened up to me. I remember in primary school, a lot of kids would have conversations about video games. A lot of kids would talk about games that they played. But I never had a video game console, so I could never talk about the video games with them. I got left out of a lot of conversations. Until eventually I discovered YouTube. This was in secondary school, must have been around year 7, year 8. Discovered that, I say discovered, I think it might have just been the fact that I think my parents might have bought me a laptop at this stage, or something like that, but I discovered Let's Plays, basically. Minecraft Let's Plays were the big thing. Of course, they were. And one day I realized, hold on a minute, I'm watching this on a computer. I could just play Minecraft on this computer. So I went there and I was like, oh shit, it costs €30 to buy Minecraft. I didn't know games were that expensive. I don't have €30. So I asked my father, and I think I managed to convince him because he thought Minecraft was an educational video game, similar to Legos, which it is. It is similar to Legos. And so I believe he bought me Minecraft. I played Minecraft. That was my first real video gaming experience, although still, by the time I got into Minecraft, a lot of people at my school I just never talked to them about it for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, now that I think about it. Maybe the Minecraft fad had just passed in my school, but I never played it. Like, a big part of Minecraft is playing online with your friends, right? But I never did that with people from my school. I'm not sure why. Maybe I just didn't talk to the people who played Minecraft. When I was growing up, I never had a video game console, so I'm quite bad at video games.